Hello, everybody. So today I'm doing something a little bit experimental on my own. So yesterday I got a little bored and I was just like, hey, what can ChatGPT do? And if I said, hey, make me a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, what would it give me? So I did a chat and I did this. I had a couple back and forths. And what I had it do was make me an Adamantipator deck. So, this was the deck it gave me. It went through a couple iterations. Mostly, at some point, it tried to put Utopia double in the main deck. Uh, there were a couple of times where it miscounted the number of things it had. It thought the field spell was a monster. It also was playing 3 double or nothing and no Utopia or double. It was just kind of playing them. But yeah, this is what it gave me. So, I don't know what deck we're gonna have it make, but I think we're gonna have it make Phantom Knights. Because Phantom Knights is a pretty complex deck, in all honesty. There's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of differing ratios in Phantom Knights, so. Also, this is going to be like heavily edited down just because why not? So it's going to be a little jumpy from time to time, especially because it takes me a while to like think through things and type out stuff. So, okay. So we're just going to tell it very simply, hello AI Overlord, please make me a competitive Phantom Knights deck with no limitations on cards you can use for the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. And that should give us what we need. Let me make sure I'm on the right thing. Okay. Greetings, duelist. I shall craft you a powerful competitive Phantom Knights deck for you without any limitations on cards. Keep in mind that the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG is always evolving, and new cards have been released since my last update in September 2021. However, I'll do my best to provide a strong and versatile deck for you. Here it is. So we've got Rusty in the main deck. Uh, uh, okay, so that's an issue. 3x Silent Boots, 3x Ancient Cloak. Let me just build the deck instead of reading it off. Okay, so here is the deck it came up with. Now, there are a couple of issues. So first off, it's not a full main deck, because if we look back over, it's trying to play 3 Rusty Bardiche in the main deck, which, as you can see, you can't do that. We're also not playing a full extra deck either, for the same type of reason. Looking down here, it says that we are playing 2 Torn Scale in the extra deck, if you choose to run Cherubini, which last time I checked, Torn Scale is in the main deck. Other interesting ideas that it's playing is it's playing 3 rank up magic launch with no targets for it. It's playing Cherubini with no BAs, so that's funny. It's also playing both Boral and Access Code, which I think I can understand a reason for this. It's pulling from like separate amounts of deck lists online, and before Access Code, everyone's playing Boral Sword in PK because you always want to have a good end board monster. But after Access Code, you always want to be playing Access Code over Boral Sword, so I understand how it came to the conclusion to play both, because you see it in so many extra decks. Another funny thing I've realized is It plays one PK breaking sword, and then it plays two break sword. So I just put in three break sword because that's how I understand it. It does not tell you a side deck, which is funny. But let's look at the key strategy. So it says sending the Phantom Knights. Cards like Armageddon Knight, Dark Grepher, and Foolish Burial help send the PKs to the graveyard, enabling their effects. True. Uh, Rank up Magic Launch. This spell allows you to quickly rank up your Phantom Knight's Xyz monsters into even more formidable versions. Untrue, you are not playing anything else. Bardiche and Fogblade. Utilize the PK. Utilize Bardiche effect to set up your graveyard and gain advantage. Fogblade is a powerful trap that can disrupt your opponent's plays. Also true. Phantom Knight's Sword and Wing. Use those traps to protect your monsters, boost their attack, and set up your graveyard for additional plays. I mean, it's more about just linking up into it. Other extra deck choices. The deck includes generic link monsters like Borrelsword Dragon and Nightmares for additional utility and control. Okay, now we're gonna tell this how to fix the most importantly the big fuck ups that it had, like playing Bardiche in the main deck and Hornscale in the extra. Okay, so here's what we're telling it. Basically, thank you for the deck, but I see some issues. First off, the mislabeling of cards, like putting Bardiche and Tornscale into the wrong places, having Wings as a spell, which they have it as both a spell and a trap, so I don't even know what was going on there, honestly. Uh, Other than that, we were playing. I was also telling it, hey, you probably shouldn't be playing the Rum without playing a target for it, and you probably shouldn't be playing Cherubini without a BA in the main deck. Let's see how it takes it. You're kidding me. Uh, Apologies for the error in the card labels and deck strategy. You are absolutely right. I appreciate your keen eye. Let me correct the deck and provide a revised version for you. Rusty Bardiche, a link monster. So that's still wrong. Let's see if Torn Scales is still wrong. No, I mean the issue is you're not playing Bardiche at all. I am not even going to build this one because they still haven't fixed the Bardiche thing, so I'm just going to hound on that until it's fixed. Okay, so they've taken this to mean they should stop playing Bardiche, which is just not right. We're just gonna literally basically send them a message again because they didn't get it right. Okay, Fogblade's only a trap. Let's go. I don't see any more issues with labeling. Okay. Okay, this deck looks actually correct. So let's see what we got. Okay, so this is the deck we're working with now. Issues. He miscounted the number of monsters we had. He said we had 28, only got, or said they have 23, we only have 21. So, main deck count is off. Still playing 3 Break Sword, still playing all the Nightmares, still playing both of these guys, and now we're even adding another finisher in Avermax. Closed World is fine. Leviair is okay. Uh, Dante and Beatrice is fine. Quick question. We told it to put Bardish in the extra deck, and it cut out Cherubini, which is the reason we're playing the Burning Abyss cards in the first place. Okay, back to work. No, I would like to ask. We're just gonna straight up ask, why did you take Cherubini out if that's why we were playing BAs in the main? Apologies for their oversight. You were right. Cherubini is indeed a key for the Phantom Knights deck when running the BA engine. It enables additional plays and access to rank 3 Ixie monsters. I think it took out Avram. Yeah, it took out Avram, which is good. Okay, so here's the deck again. We told it to put Cherubini in, they took out Avramax to put Cherubini in. Issues, still not playing enough of these guys, so let's have them fix it. Okay, I just realized that you were only playing 38 cards in the main. You can only play 40 to 60. Fix this so it meets these restrictions. So, it changed literally nothing. I'm telling it to once again fix it. Holy shit. So we've run into a pickle, right? It keeps saying, I keep telling it to fix the number of cards it's playing in the main deck. And this time it took out a card. It it took out like 3 cards to put in another Greffer and another Tornscale, which I mean that's fine. But like you still missing 3 cards. You you went down in the number of cards we're playing, man. I'm once again having to tell it to play 40 cards. Okay, this looks promising. Let's check if it's correct. Oh, I'm going insane. So once again, they miscounted. They said they had 10 spells. They only got 9. Kind of losing my mind here a little bit. At least they haven't changed the extra. It's gonna get it at some point, right? It's gonna get it to actually be... it's gonna actually be right at some point, right guys? Copium? Okay, we're gonna tell it this. And I think I'm just going to take in my own liberties at this point if it doesn't fix the number of cards in the main deck. Because I still want to bring up the rum issue, but till then, I can't. Oh my god. So, once again, it's put fucking Phantom Knight's Wings as a spell card. You know what? I'll fucking take it. I don't care at this point. So, this is the deck. I'm gonna hit save on this. Fuck, I made it my Adamantipator deck. Whoopsie. It's fine, the other one didn't really matter. Plus, if I wanted to remake it, I could just go through this video. I wasn't planning on playing with it anyways, it was more as an experiment for if this would work at all. So, my biggest issue with this is that we're still playing fucking Rome. We're still playing Launch, and we're not playing anything good with it. So I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to suggest that it puts the Rebellion Dragons in, and it'll probably follow that, and then fuck up more along the way. Okay, so now that we've gone over the actual issues with the deck, we're going to go over the fact that it's a little fuckied on the rank up magics, because that peeves me a little. But if you really want to just go with what it gave us without me spoon feeding it shit, here's the deck. But I'm going to spoon feed it a little bit to get the desired results. So I told it, hey, either cut Rum or add in Rebellion and either cut the Rum or add in Rebellion and Requiem. So then It did that. It added in Requiem and Rebellion, but now it's at 17 cards in the extra deck. So I told it to fix that, and it decided to cut Requiem and cut the Breaking Sword. You know, the one Phantom Knight's Breaking Sword when it's been paying to break sword this entire time. Ugh, my brain hurts. Time to spoon feed. It's time to spoon feed it a little more. We're gonna. So I'm just saying, hey, why'd you take up Requiem when that's the reason why we're playing launch? I know it doesn't understand this, but this is why we're explaining it, and to keep it down to 15 cards. Okay, so this literally isn't my fault. You, you got 17 cards again. I don't know how many times we're gonna have to go in this circle. He's gonna fucking remove Requiem again. And they got rid of we're gonna regenerate. We're gonna try that one again. Okay, so we've hit a crossroad where either they're playing 17 cards or they're playing 16 and without Requiem. We're gonna see if I literally copy and paste this one again. You're fucking kidding me. They put Breaking Sword. Okay, I'm at a loss. We're gonna do a little bit more spoon feeding because I want this done, and we're going in circles. So basically, I'm telling it, hey, you're back up to 17, go down to 15. Remember, Break Sword, Bardiche, Rebellion, Requiem, and Cherubini are all important and reason we're playing specific cards in the main deck. So please, fucking you're still at 16. And you're still playing Breaking. Okay, so now we're at this point where they cut out Requiem again, even though I told it not to. But I told it, hey, Breaking Sword's not a real card. But we're gonna give it one more shot to fix this by spelling it out very bluntly. Okay, so this is the worst one I've had to go through yet. I'm telling it the name and copies of each one, which is mostly just to remind it that it's playing two Break Sword instead of just one, meaning that it can't go up to 15 and is only going to be playing 14, and that it either has to remove one of these cards or bring this down to one. I also told it that Breaking Sword is not real, so it's not doing that anymore, but it's still at 16 extra cards. So okay, here we go. What will we get? I mean, I'll take it, I guess, at this point. Okay, this is the final idea it has come up with. Telling me basically to fuck myself. Uh, I mean, it's a PK deck. It's not the worst I've ever seen. It's not the best either. But it did what it was meant to do. It took a bunch of information in and outputted everything it thought it needed to by guessing what word came next. Is it an interesting idea to do this? Yes. Will it be replacing net decking? No. It's not very good at Yu-Gi-Oh, especially when it comes to new cards, as it only knows up to September 2021. But is this deck a deck that you could play? No, because it's playing 3 Greffer, 3 Armageddon Knight, which are both limited to 1, but we don't need to worry about that. I told it no restrictions, so it has no restrictions, and that's fine. It's perfectly fine. I've been recording for an hour. Holy shit. Uh, it's PK. Uh, I don't know what more to say, honestly. I wanted to do this for like a 60 card That Grass Looks Greener build, and I might do that at some point. But I'm going a tad bit insane today with how many times it has gone back and forth with the number of cards not being allowed, trying to play 16 cards in the extra deck, 17 cards in the extra deck, and then constantly flip-flopping to be under 40 cards in the main deck for various different reasons. So I'm going to leave it here. Here's the deck list. I'll have a ydke in the description. I don't think it's really needed, because no one's going to try this, because not only is it banned because of the Arma and Greffer, uh, but it's funny. It's a funny little idea, you know? Had to really grapple it at some point to tell it to fuck off and actually do the right thing. But hey, it's what you gotta do sometimes. God, I've been rambling a lot. I need to cut half this shit down. This is gonna be so much editing. I'm sorry. Greta in the future that has to edit this down. uh, See y'all next time. Bye bye.